Hi, Queen. Thanks for joining tonight. We're going to get started in about 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes. I'm doing some tech stuff here. I'm waiting for everyone else. Hope y'all had a good day today. Hi, Rachel. Hi, Janae. Hi, Daylin Mama. Nice to see y'all this evening. Daylin Mama. If you guys want to participate, you can. All you need is a yellow, orange, or white candle, a piece of paper, and a pen. Or you can just watch. Hi, Unstoppable 949. Thanks for joining. Hi, Barbie Bowers. Thanks for joining.
Hello.
Hello, the Salty Crown. How are you this evening?
I'm fine. Oh, I put a flower in my hair. No.
Uh-oh. I have this up because my granddaughter was doing faces on my phone, and I don't know how to remove them. So I would look like a mouse if my face were on here. So, and I just figured that out. So I got to take that off.
Yeah, mine always like the filters too.
Yeah, Sable
My
did that
granddaughter
today.
taught me how to do filters one time. I don't know if I remember it though.
Well, and in case Whitney can't get hers pulled up, we got it on here. Got it
Audrey's
pulled
got
up.
her right now.
She's not gonna be on. She's not gonna be on tonight. She's right here.
Oh, you're
Okay.
not going to be on time. Oh, honey, what's the matter?
I don't feel good.
You don't look good.
No.
Your face looks puffy.
Yeah. Rue, come on, Bubba.
Sorry.
Well, and I'm just Rue, come on. I'm exhausted. Apparently, exhaustion sickness is a real thing.
Yes, it is, honey.
Yeah, and that's what I have. And I've been running myself ragged, and I finally stood up and said, "Listen, I can't do this anymore. I'm fixing to start a new job Monday.
Are
The other
you?
siblings are gonna have to step up. Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna be a medical scribe
Okay.
to a doctor.
Are you going to do it from home?
No, I'm gonna be going to the clinic. It's here in town, and it's $20 an hour.
Oh, nice.
Hey, I don't know what I'm making.
So I mean, I'm like, fuck.
That's what I was trying to get you to
Prove.
take, like a medical transcription course or something.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. All right, come on, Bird. You need to go out. Come on.
All right, so I guess it's us.
Yeah, it's just three of us. I'm gonna hop on here in a minute. Don't be, sweetheart. You need to take care of yourself. You can't. Bird,
Yep.
come on.
We want you to take care of you. We want to keep you around. I want to talk to you on Friday, honey, um, about putting together some kind of order.
She wants to talk to you on Friday about putting together some kind of order. I'm gonna run him out quick.
Okay. Bye. We'll see you later. I said, we'll see you later. I've got, I'm trying to charge my phone.
Aha, I charged mine earlier.
I should have, but I kept having to take it off. And then I'd forget to
Mm-hmm.
put it back on, and then it'd be low again. And
Yep.
I'd take it back off because somebody would come to the door, or I had to take somebody else somewhere, pick somebody up from somewhere. It's just crazy. Yes. No, not right now. Not right now.
Hope everyone's having a good evening this evening.
Well, I'm trying.
We're excited to have everyone here tonight. We're going to have Lunasa tonight, a ritual for you guys. And like I said, all you need is a pen and a paper and a yellow, gold, orange. If you don't have one of those color candles, you can have a white candle because white is everything. If you want to grab it, if you want to participate, if not, you can just look. And another thing you need is a garbage can. I'm sure everybody has one.
While we're waiting, I'm going to take a moment to light some incense
Okay.
and incense my altar.
I've already done that.
Well, I've kind of been really running like a one-legged man
You've
in a
been
butt
running like
kicking
a
contest.
one-legged man in a contest, haven't you?
Yeah, butt kicking contest.
I've got my candles on my altar lit and everything else.
Well, I don't have the ones for the ritual lit.
No, I don't have the one for the ritual lit.
I thought I would just. I tried to change out my altar cloth today.
Mm.
It's a little slow going.
Yeah,
Tries to get everything off the altar, and I haven't gotten it all back on.
I understand that.
But one of them's put together.
Cool. That's always a good thing. There's one in my house I don't really mess with because I leave it up. I change it here and there. But the one in my bedroom that I just did, I keep that. Do you guys know anybody you want to invite? Go ahead and invite them before we get started. We're doing a NASA harvest ritual, and it says for the solitary practitioner, but I made it kind of simple. I made it so
Well, we are and we aren't.
we are and we aren't because we are solitary in our own homes, but we're not because we're all together.
That's right. For some reason, this incense is heavy. It's wanting to knock the little holder down. All right.
Hi, Alki. Nice to see you. Have you perused the Facebook website yet?
What's she doing for a while? There we go.
Cool.
Using
Yeah,
my
Alki's here. She got to be on the Facebook website and see what it was about.
awesome. Hey, how you doing? Using my special incense that I got from Sea Witch Botanicals. And this is for Lamas or Lunasa, whichever you want to call it. Wonderful products. I've talked about them before. All made by witches. Everything biodegradable. Even the packaging comes in, all of the packaging, including the mailing envelope. They're very green, and I love that. No chemicals, no nothing. Burns so clean, and they
Smells
have
so good.
wonderful scents. They're not overpowering or cloying like some of the real chemical, the ones that just use all
Regular.
synthetic stuff.
Yeah.
It makes such a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so many things to choose from. I haven't tried one of their incenses that I don't like. Not even one.
Did you see they had
I'm
Krampus on
surprised.
sale for 40% off about 2 weeks ago?
And if I didn't already have 2 packages of it, I would have got some more.
Ah,
But
stocking up
it was
on
on
it.
sale after Christmas, and I got, well, after New Year's, I think it was, and I got some.
All right, I'm hopping on.
Then, well, we'll miss you tonight. Yeah, let me send out an invite real fast to Miss
Okay.
Rebecca and see if she is around. Well, I see Kimberly on there. Let's send her one and see what she says.
Okay.
I don't see Rebecca on here, so I will send her. Hey, where'd she go?
All right, give me just a moment. Sorry, I have to go to the bathroom.
I'm just gonna.
Getting on.
I threw out some invites, so hopefully we'll get some hop on.
There she is. Hi,
Sorry, I
Audrey.
had to go to the bathroom.
That's okay.
One of us is gonna have to shut it down. Maybe you should come to this end to do it, to where you can be on the speaker a little better.
For those of you who just came, if you want to join in, you would need a orange, gold, yellow, or white candle, a piece of paper, and a pen, and that's it. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. If you just want the paper and the pen, or if that's all you've got, then that's all you need.
What did we do for paper last time?
I don't remember why.
I was wondering if you had the paper.
No, you have the paper.
Oh, that's right. Well, I just forgot I needed to take my medicine while I'm thinking
Hi, host
about it.
Big Gonzalez 13. How are you this evening? We're having our Kugunasa ritual tonight.
Where was that notebook? Thank you.
We're going to start in about 2 or 3 minutes.
Sorry, things started falling.
Oh, I understand, believe me. I tried to get Susan ladders to take to my granddaughters out, and all the games almost fell on my head.
All right. There, got the medicine. Bertus has his toy. I get the paper.
This is the orange candle I have. It's a Navina candle.
Oh, cool.
You can use any kind of candle you have if you want.
Dollar Tree.
I'm using Hanukkah candles actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. We are using Hanukkah.
I have an orange and gold Hanukkah candles
Cool.
that I'm using. So, yeah, they work really well. And when they're on sale after Christmas, or Hanukkah rather, they're very cheap. So you can pick them up for a song. So great way to find a bargain, witches, is look around, especially like CVS. They carry them after Christmas and Hanukkah and stuff are past. The season is over, they drop that stuff down dirt cheap and it'll be like 75% off. 50 to 75% off for a big box of Hanukkah candles. You don't get all the colors of chime candles, but they're taller and they're thinner. They burn nice and clean. And they have colors like gold and things like that. So it's really nice.
Sounds good. I've had Hanukkah candles and used them before.
I had my pen and paper. Yeah, I go through a lot of the white candles.
Yeah, I was gonna say I go through them quicker than I do the chime candles because they burn faster than chime candles.
Yeah, it's like it's not okay. I don't like using the tiny birthday candles, especially if they're like swirled with white, and they just look too.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, they just look too happy birthday for me, and it just doesn't put me in the right frame of mind. I
no,
think when I'm doing it. So there's a slightly taller birthday candle that you can find that are solid sometimes. And you
yeah,
can find them in all different colors if you look. And those work really well. They're smaller than a Hanukkah candle, but taller than the ordinary birthday
yeah,
candles. They call them like fancy candles. They even carry those things at Kohl's and places like that. We found some super bougie gold candles and silver candles that were birthday candles last year. Fortunately, I did not have any money to buy them. So I was like, I've got to file that away for future memory to go back when I have a little money and pick up some of those because they were super
yeah,
nice. And yeah, they're just the tall birthday candles, but they're fancy, so they cost a little more,
yeah.
I just didn't have any money on me when I was in there. I was trying to return Braden's shoes. I felt grungy from chemo. Oh, so bad. I couldn't even stand in line. I had to sit. Just sit there and wait for my turn. I couldn't get in line. I'm like, okay, I'm after you.
I'm after you and
Last
before
night.
you.
Oh, yeah, the line was super slow because it was the Amazon return desk.
Uh,
And everybody was taking their stuff back. And
because we ordered him a pair of shoes. Problem was, they were too small.
of course, they were too small. I told them they were going to be too small. But that's a story for another day and has nothing to do with
good
Lunasa.
witchcraft.
So
Yep.
we'll spare you.
You want to go ahead and get started because it's 20 after.
Well, hi, Hosea Gonzalez, or Jose A. I'm not sure which, but hello, and we're glad to have you. I'm just sitting here chatting and charging my phone while I can. So take it off the holder for the ritual. But the ritual, I love what you wrote. It was really beautiful. Y'all, Carolyn wrote
Thank
this
you.
tonight. She is our ritual queen, and she does a beautiful job on these.
Thank you.
They're just gorgeous. They're simple. They're easy to follow. There's not a ton of steps. There's not a lot of stuff that you need to do it. So anybody can join in. You don't even have to have candles if you don't want to.
Nope.
You just like follow along in your mind or whatever, or get up and go to your altar, whatever you want to do. It's fine. We're all inclusive. So you can be as in depth or as laid back as you want to be. So we're about ready to get started.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I shall remove my butt from this chair and get ready to go.
Okay.
You can turn your camera on if you want to. We're coming over here. So I'm coming over to one of my altars, where I'm currently burning incense in my area. And we've got everything set up. see if I can turn my camera around. Well, no, I can't. Won't let me do that.
Oh, my camera's not on. Hold on.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
It doesn't have the turnaround.
Yeah, hit the 3 buttons at the bottom to the right.
I got it.
And it says flip camera. She's got it. Audrey's got it.
Oh, you got your camera on the altar?
Yep.
Okay. Then I'll keep mine here to read. Because that was supposed to be in that. That's why it's not standing it very well. There we go. And good. Now we don't have to worry about it. It is messy. I'm going to have to clean this altar.
The last time I cleaned it was for the summer solstice.
Yep, that was the last ritual. I'm going to put one in the fire. Or rather, this. Nope, water. So that's what's messing me up.
Alright, we just fixing the altar real quick.
I'm sorry, I'm so nerdy and weird about. All right. Okay.
Safe fire practice, people. Hey, safe fire practice, people.
Don't
do
burn
a
yourself.
Karen.
Fire
Don't burn
safety.
yourself on your incense.
Don't do a mom.
Okay. It's a little owie, but I'll be fine. All right. Are we ready?
Yes, we're ready.
Okay. All right, the wheat and the chaff, a Lunasa harvest ritual for solitary practitioners. The harvest metaphor. Lunasa celebrates the first harvest. Ancient farmers separated valuable grain from useless husks. This ritual applies that physical act to your internal life. Gather what nourishes you and intentionally release what no longer serves you. So this is about cognitive threshing. And you see how A is the wheat here, and that's the stuff that you keep. And B is the chaff that you're going to send out on the wheats. All right. You probably could have got that without me telling you. All right.
The ritual toolkit. Only 4 essential items required. No cooking, no expensive tools. Number 1, a piece of paper. Number 2, a pen. Number 3, a yellow, gold, or orange candle.
Or white.
Or a white candle. A way to light it. And a soil plant for disposal. And optional, you can always, bury it in your backyard if you'd like.
Uh-huh.
Blow it to the winds.
That too.
Or, yeah, bury that in your flower pot. You can do that
Alright,
too.
so that's ignite your intention. Number 1, light your candle.
All right. So I've got 2 candles here because I couldn't decide between gold and orange. So I'm going to have them both. One to represent abundance and wealth, like we've been talking about, and orange for success.
Number 2, watch the flame for a moment. Feel its warmth and its presence. I light this flame in honor of the waning sun, the ripening earth, the reason of a harvest.
Hold on. There we go.
All right, map your harvest. So you're going to want to draw a line down the middle of your paper. On the left-hand side is the wheat, and that's going to be what you keep. And this is about nourishment and growth. So think about completed projects or projects maybe near completion, new skills that you've learned, emotional growth, or blessings that you've received along the way. And what we want to tell ourselves when we do that is, well, you'll have to be still for a second there, Carolyn.
Sorry.
I gather my wheat. I am nourished by my growth. Now, on the right side of your paper, we're going to talk about the chaff. And this is the things that we release, the useless husks, the weight, the things that are dragging us down. And so think about anything that you're still worrying about. Outdated beliefs that you might have, habits that you want to drop, and resentments to release. Yeah, that's for Bonnie. And at the bottom, we have acknowledge these were part of your growth, but are not meant for the next season. I already got incense going. Oh, unless you just want to. I mean, I was going to burn stuff in there, but that's okay.
Well, you had the full disc in there. I didn't know you needed
No, it's
that.
fine. Go ahead. Sorry. Excuse me. We're not supposed to do that in the middle of a ritual. All right. So the physical release. We're going to fold our paper in half with the chaff on the inside. We're going to make sure that everything is on the inside, and take a deep breath. And as you exhale, we're going to firmly tear the paper into small pieces. And what we're going to say as we do this is, the harvest is gathered, the lesson is learned. I release the chaff, let it scatter and return to the earth. I keep the gold, I let go of the weight. I welcome the turning of the wheel. All right, so we're going to pause for a moment and write down the things that are wheat and our chaff. And I'd like you guys to do the same while we're doing this. And just, really think about what you want to keep and what you want to let go, as always. So there should be one on the table somewhere. So I'm drawing my line. And I got the wheat on my left and the chaff on my right. Okay, let's go back for a second to the previous slide so that people can be reminded of what it is
What
that
it
they
is
need
that you want to
to.
keep and get rid of.
Right.
Poor Bruce is liking that water.
Mm-hmm.
This is Whitney. Winnie.
That was Winnie.
Yeah.
She's thirsty.
She's welcoming the watchtowers of the west. Is that the water?
Yes, for
Lots
Yeah.
of water.
Okay, and useless husk.
Do we hold it away for us?
No, you're gonna. Well, this is an odd one because actually, that's a very good question. Because we have both things that we want and things that we don't want.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna do mine to the side instead of folding it toward me or away from me. I think I'm gonna fold it to the
I
side.
folded mine to the side.
Okay, so I'm not crazy.
No. And I
Well,
made sure that I had the side that I want to keep. I folded towards me on the side a little bit. Not all the way, but a little bit. Makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
how's the view look of the altar from my phone? I can't tell.
Most excellent.
Oh, good.
Beautiful.
All right,
try.
so I'm folding sideways now. So now we're ready to go for that next slide.
I got a lovely bunch of coconuts.
Okay. All right, so we're going to take a deep breath, and then as we exhale, we're going to rip it, grip it, and rip it. All right. And let's see, what do we say again? We say, I gather my wheat, I am nourished by my growth, and then we are acknowledging that the chaff are things that no longer serve us and are not for this season. All right, so grip it and rip it. Okay, it's raining outside, so we are not going to scatter our stones tonight. We are going to burn them.
Burn, baby, burn.
Burn them in the cauldron. Where's the little
Yep.
black cauldron? Where are you? Little black cauldron. Where did you go?
Hold on.
That's up here somewhere.
Yeah, it's up here somewhere.
There it is.
Oh, right there in front of our faces.
Yeah, it was hiding.
It doesn't
All
look-
right, so bring the little black cauldron over here. And we are going to burn them.
Burn them. Oh, we need a lighter.
Yep, right over there. There's two of them.
Burn, baby, burn.
Yep.
All right, you ready?
All right, it's time. No witch fire tonight.
No witch
Sorry.
fire tonight.
No, they're supposed to storm. All right. Let's get those suckers lit.
I ripped mine too
And
much.
they already went out. Just light them up.
Light them up.
If we have to put some oil in there,
Hold on.
You can scatter it to the wind. You can plant it in a plant. You can bury it in the earth. You can. What else can we do with it, Karen?
do some
Burn it.
water.
Water.
Yeah, you can throw it in running water. river if you have one near.
There you go. Keep going.
Toilet. I don't know. Some people are comfortable with the toilet, others are not.
Yep.
Oops, too many.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's making a nice aroma, isn't it? This is actually the herbs from the last ritual. So
Oh yeah, we light this. We light stuff up in this place.
yeah, I'm not a fire sign really at all,
No.
but I do love to burn stuff when I
Yeah.
release.
So do
It
I.
just really makes it feel to me that's my go-to method. And it's weird because like I said, I really don't have a major fire sign in my chart at all. But I do like the symbolism, the Scorpio. It appeals to the Scorpio part of me, burning it, and it appeals to the Libra part of me to release it to the winds and watch the ashes and the smoke rise.
What's
So,
so funny is because I'm also a Scorpio and like I'm a water sign. We are clear water signs. I love doing this. I love intentionally doing like witch fire and things of that nature because it's so just like water. It is so cleansing.
well, just burning things that I release is just very cathartic to me on a really deep level. I love to do it. So I threw some herbs in from our last ritual that we did, and they smell delicious in there with the papers that we're burning. So it smells lovely, and we have our release. So next we have,
The physical release. Fold the paper in half. Oh,
we
sorry,
did that part.
Hold on, I went
No, we're
past
not
it.
there yet. It's before that.
Gotcha.
Not physical release, but the
I know.
return to earth. Yeah, there
Return
it
to
is.
earth.
Turn to earth. The disposable matrix. Where to release? Outdoor, indoor, or simple?
So we just talked about that too. Yeah,
Yep.
any of those methods. I don't.
Compost pile. I didn't think of that.
I do not compost pile. Yes,
Yes.
I do that. Recycling depends on what it is. I don't like throwing things in the trash unless it's like something I want to get rid of,
Yeah.
like something that's been banished, something that's really like icky.
Mm-hmm.
That stuff I want gone completely off the property. And the best way to do that is just have it carted out in the trash.
Yep.
But unless I'm doing a grayer type of magic,
Mm-hmm.
when we're doing like not a binding, but a cord cutting or a banishment spell or anything like that, where you're using the shadow side of magic. Yeah, that's the way I'm going to put it. The shadow side of magic. Then definitely I'm going to take it out to the trash. But the rest of the time, I'm usually a fire and air girl.
She is.
Yep.
Yeah, it's usually the way I do it. There's been occasions where it's been something to be returned to water and I haven't been able to get anywhere. And yeah, I'll flush it and say goodbye. But don't forget about the earth because that is a fantastic way. Burying stuff like that is a fantastic way to release that energy back into the earth. And you can do that with ashes that you burn too. That's safe to release because there's no salt in there.
Yes.
So that would be a safe thing to do. So the energy dissipation model at the bottom.
As you dispose of the pieces, visualize the energy being carried away, transitioning from a solid weight to neutralized, transformed earth. Dismantling the circle, the physical action. Sanders sits still in the center. Take a final deep breath. Visualize the golden light shrinking back into your heart. Spoken closing. This work is done. The harvest is secured. I thank the earth for its bounty, the air for its clarity, the fire for its transformation, and the water for its flow. The circle is open but never broken. May the peace of the harvest remain in my heart. So mote it be.
So mote it be. Your harvest is secured. Snuff or blow out your candle unless you got it in a place where you can keep an eye on it. Then you can just let it burn down if you want to. Take a moment to notice how you feel in the stillness, and then carry that peace forward. The Wheel of the Year. This is not a singular event, but a rhythm of continuous growth. Make the practice your own. Timing and ambiance. Oh, do we start with momentum?
Yeah.
Okay, momentum. Save this date for next year to measure your seasonal harvest. And then the next on the wheel is repeat. Do this ritual quarterly to track your growth. If you have that kind of growing cycle, some people don't have anything in the winter, but integration. Write down insights in a journal after closing the space. And then last but not least, the timing and ambiance. Perform during daylight or by candlelight with soft music or in silence. So this is a ritual that you can do next year or periodically throughout the year if you have things that you've planted outside. We love to start on like Imbolc, I believe it is.
Yes.
When we first get started with blessing seeds, and then we plant them at Ostra, and by Beltane you're watching the growth. So you can really just watch things grow from just past Yule. We start this just past Yule at Imbolc. So we have Bridget to bless our seeds for us, and it's lovely. It really is. If you didn't get to see any of the seed blessings, we'll be doing it again. So, yeah, feel free to come back at Imbolc and see what we do. But don't wait till then, because
Don't wait till then.
yeah, we have Mabon to look forward to, and who
Yeah.
wants to skip Mabon or
Yep.
Samhain for that matter?
Halloween.
I know you're looking at Samhain. That's
That
our
one.
favorite.
I like that better.
I know that is our favorite. That's our favorite holiday. So we love it around here. I'm like decorated for it pretty much all the time. I'll get rid of a few of my stuff for Christmas, but most of the time it's just witchy.
Very few.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very few.
If people will come in and go, "Oh, is Halloween your favorite time of the year?" And I go, "Why, yes, it is." And I just let it go.
That one is. What's that? Halloween.
Yeah, we don't need to know everything. So it's fine if people just think that's my favorite holiday. It is our favorite holiday. It's a witchy holiday.
Yes, very much so.
It's the witchy holiday.
Yes. The holiday. The new year.
Well, for a lot of us, yes.
Mhm.
I mean, I have like Witch's New Year. And then we have Yule, which is another new year because that's the winter solstice.
Mhm.
And that's, the light coming back and the longest night and shortest day. And then it builds back up from there. So we have another type of new year then. And then we have the secular Christmas, or New Year rather, January 1st.
January 1st. Mhm.
So there's a lot of new. And then you have Chinese New Year in February. So there's a whole bunch of New Years that we celebrate as witches, which makes it a lot of fun as far as I'm concerned. I do them all. Hey, why not? Why not?
Why not?
So yeah, I just celebrate all of them.
More fun.
Yeah, my family is not witchy, and so they they let me do my thing. They don't bother me. Nobody says anything to me about it. They're all cool with it. But as long as they still get their holidays, as long as I don't change everything, then they're all right. So if I were to like, are we still going to celebrate Christmas? You know, that's the first thing they want to. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Of course.
Well, tell them on Yule, there's how many days of Yule?
What's that?
14, 15, how many days of Yule are there? 14, 12, 12 days. That's 12 days of Christmas, 12 days of Yule.
Yeah.
So technically, sometimes people give gifts at Yule and they do the 12 days and you get the 12 gifts. I've heard of that.
So
Yes, that
A
is
gift a day.
that one is a little bit different. That is like a Catholic custom,
Okay.
and it starts with Christmas,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have the 12 days after Christmas, between Christmas and New Year,
New
all the
Year.
way up to January 6th, which is the Epiphany,
Mm-hmm.
which would be the 12th day. And with that, for the Christians, was when the wise men came to visit Jesus. So that's a big holiday in Catholicism. So they celebrate that. So our family just we don't really do a present a day because everybody's too greedy.
I
They
understand.
want to open it up. Yeah, it's like, no, we want to open everything today. Okay, whatever. But yeah, you can do pretty much the same thing like a Hanukkah if you wanted to. If you had it like a whole pagan household, you could really make a whole thing of it
Yeah.
and do the 12 days of Yule if you wanted to. And now the 12 days of Yule are really different than Epiphany because they have a different, we'll get into that coming Yule.
Yes,
We're
I've
really
got a
going to dig
whole
into that
thing.
one.
Yeah.
Because
So that was actually something I really actually kind of want to do this year. I want to do something on each day of Yule, since there is 12 days. So I want to do.
yeah, I think we should make something out of, lighting the Yule log and
That's what I was thinking.
and saying maybe a little something for each day.
And we get on here and we show you guys what we do for Yule. So Yule is more of a Norse tradition.
Yes.
So I cannot wait to dive in because I'm a little Norse in my practice, and so I will definitely be showing you guys that. I'm really excited. Samhain is a big one for me. Is one of the major Celtic fire festivals. So I'm going to be bringing to you some really cool Celtic stuff come Mabon and Samhain. And I'm really kind of excited about that one personally.
Actually, Mabon is named after a Welsh deity.
Mm-hmm.
So I just learned that recently. I really didn't know that. I didn't know much about Welsh.
We're gonna kick off the spooky
deities.
season, right? We're gonna kick it off in Mabon.
Yeah, it's
Audrey have her story to read tonight?
I don't have access to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we did have a Lunasa story, and perhaps during when we do the Lionsgate portal, maybe we can
do it then.
We can do it then.
Matter of fact, the Lionsgate portal is open. It opened on the 29th.
Okay.
Just
So it's technically open now.
Technically open.
And it's going to build in strength up until the 8th. And then it will wane just like a moon cycle. So, we want to do that Lionsgate. We're going to bring you a little Lionsgate ritual. And what?
Are we done with the slides?
Yeah, we sure are. Yeah, now we're just.
I don't make the rituals long on purpose.
Yeah, it was a pretty short ritual tonight.
Yeah.
That's why I asked, because it threw me off a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little bit shorter than our normal Thursday night. Whenever I do rituals, I write rituals. I don't write them very long because I know that people have things to do. They may have to go to the restroom or whatever. I remember what it was like to be in a coven and have to sit there for 2 hours.
Yeah, no thanks.
I physically cannot sit there for 2 hours.
No, I wouldn't be still. I would be twitching all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a hard time sitting still.
my bladder would hate me.
Yep. Especially I was pregnant, so my bladder really hated me.
Oh, Lord, that must have been fun.
That
must have been fun.
Yeah, that must have been great.
But I'm so looking forward to the season coming up again. You know, it's fall is starting to creep into our minds, you know. Even though it's the end of July, when NASA comes around, it's like, okay, this is the last of summer.
Thank you, Lord.
Almost done. And we're sliding on into the fall equinox. So
would you be mad if I get some pumpkin pie creamer? Because I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yeah, you know what? I found out that that's toxic to dogs.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, there's 3 things in it that dogs can't have.
Yeah, the nutmeg.
Cloves and nutmeg and something else. It wasn't ginger, but it's something else. I was like, I didn't know that. So, not that I give my dog pumpkin pie spice, but everything I find out, I just add, you know, to the litany of knowledge that I have stuffed in my head. I have like tons of trivia in my head. I don't know why. I just gather random facts.
Yes, she does.
And then they just pop out at oddest.
You never know when you're going to need them.
Sometimes they pop out at odd and inopportune moments, though, and people are like, okay.
The funny part is, I'm so used to it. It's just like, oh, okay, cool. You get used to it after a while. It's not in a bad way, guys. Not in a bad way. Just
Yeah, I love watching Jeopardy.
yeah.
So
the 13-year-old has now gotten into watching Jeopardy with us.
Yeah, it's good for him.
Yep. May learn something.
Never know.
Never know.
He's learned quite a few things since he's been living here about history and
Yep, he has currently
all kinds of
his newest obsession is anything doing with the Roman gladiators.
Yeah,
and he wants
we've
to
kind
be
of
a Roman gladiator for Halloween.
Yes, we've kind of moved on a bit from the colonial war, the American Revolution, and now we're into gladiators. We've been watching a lot of stuff about Rome and gladiators, and he just fell in love with the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. I love the movie Gladiator.
What's that?
I said I love the movie Gladiator with Russell Crowe.
Yeah, you know the characters in there. A lot of them were real.
Yes, a lot of them were.
Watch it though.
Hmm?
I wonder if he would sit and watch it though.
Probably. I'm sure he'd eat it up. But back to witch talk. So if you have any questions or anything that you want to hear us talk about or that you want to hear our opinion on, or if you just want us to shut up whatever it is, let us know. You know, if you have a message or something, anything.
That's kind of been like I want to talk about. I know that we had talked about this not too long ago. We've seen it somewhere where people are posting about hexes, jinxes, and curses.
Okay.
But not giving you enough information, just posting, not giving you enough information. Now, my standpoint in this is probably a lot different than, you know, you guys. But if you're going to do hexes, jinxes, and curses, make sure that you have yourself very well protected. Because a hex, a jinx, a curse,
they're going to come back.
They can rebound, yes.
You've heard me say this so many times before. Magic comes with a price.
Okay, so just think safe hex. Practice safe hex.
And yeah, and don't only do it in a defense of someone who's done to you if you have to, and it comes down to it after you've tried everything else. Yeah. Try everything else first.
Please do not go to hexes, curses, and jinxes first.
No.
That's really, it's not necessary most of the time. Most of the time, people's
water
karma will
will
take
help.
care of them. And if it
Things like
doesn't
that.
take care of them in a quick enough fashion, do a karma spell.
Hmm.
They're a lot less rebound with that
Return to
kind of
sender.
thing.
Return to
Yes.
sender. Karma.
Yeah, there's lots of things you can do
Yeah.
before you have to resort to darker magic. I'm not going to say don't use it. I'm not going to tell anybody that.
Yeah.
But just practice safely. That's all. Make sure, oh, and my goodness, if you're working with darker entities, please, 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 please make
that's
sure
another
you
one.
know who you're
You were
talking
talking
to.
to.
Oh yes,
Please.
I can tell you this right now from being a person who does deity work. Make sure that when you are working with these deities, now I've worked with a couple of darker deities in my past. Lilith being one of them. She is very protective over hers, but she is also very, very petty. And when I say this in the nicest way possible,
She is.
forgive me. When you work with somebody like Lilith or Lucifer or Asmodeus or whatever the case may be, please make sure that your offerings, they take them. Because if they don't like the offering you gave them,
Look it up. Look what they like.
research. Do it
Yes,
properly.
please
Don't
research who you're
half-ass
going to
it.
talk to
Yes.
before you talk to them.
Half-butt it. Do your
Think of
research
it
and do properly.
like you're applying for a job or something and you want to research the company so that you sound really intelligent in the interview. Go into it with that kind of energy
Yes.
and look these people up. I mean, Lilith, she is an ancient deity, really ancient. So she's a salty crone like me, okay?
She is.
So,
She's very, very protective around.
so yeah, she's very witch friendly, but at the same time, I mean, you are working with a darker. You're working with a dark goddess. There's no two ways
Medusa
around
is a
it. You
dark
are.
goddess also. So make sure Medusa. She's
Yes.
really dark.
And do your research because Medusa's story, we get it to.
Yes.
How do I say this?
She's a controversial figure. We'll put it
Yeah,
that way.
very much a controversial figure. Medusa, I have nothing but respect for. But
I think she got a bad rap, and
definitely got a bad rap, and for she's not very fond of men. So if you're a man looking to work with Medusa, don't. I
work with somebody else.
Don't.
Just
Let her choose you. Don't go searching. That's the thing I tell newcomers to when they want to walk the path of deity work. Let them choose you. Don't go looking. Because they take that as an insult. I work with 4 different deities. I work with the Morgan. I work with Bridget. I work with Loki, and I work with Artemis. I work with different pantheons. So these deities, they all have their own personalities, their own energies. They can be very sweet and welcoming, or they can make your life a living nightmare. So be careful who you're calling out to.
yes, and don't summon any entities that you don't understand.
Yeah.
Please don't.
If you have any questions, you can always ask us before you do it.
There is always a price to be paid for that. And you better be prepared for it because it will come due.
Yes.
Don't ever make promises to any dark entity that you are not going to keep.
Nope. To any entity. I don't care, even if it's a white entity, because they still get mad too.
Oh,
any
I agree
deity,
with
it doesn't
you.
matter. You have to respect them.
But I'm just saying that it can get particularly
bad quick,
petty and vengeful.
Yes.
If you don't,
very, very quickly.
and the consequences can be more severe. Now, depending on what light kind of deity you're working with or whatever you want to call them. Also, it's
they
good
have
to keep
different
your promises.
offerings as well.
And some of them get mad too. So, especially the Greek pantheon, they're,
oh God, you want to talk about petty?
I mean, Zeus, Hera, Aphrodite, they're all petty. Apollo, Mars, Artemis.
Artemis,
I don't
yes.
know what's
Athena?
My journey with
Athena.
Artemis
Yeah.
has been very interesting.
So
I started working with Artemis. I was dealing with a lot of self issues, and she kind of came into my life at a moment where I was struggling.
that's another one that men probably should avoid.
I will give you an example of
I was with somebody that she did not like, and she went out of her way to just let everything in his life go wrong. And I would laugh about it. And now looking back on it, she did it for a purpose.
Yeah.
I wish I would have seen that purpose earlier.
What were you trying to say, Carolyn?
I was gonna say I will give you an example. I put out a post on Medusa this past week, but if you read it all, and I put in there, make sure it's a good read. So make sure you read it all.
Yeah.
Don't just say, "Oh, well, I'm going to work with her because look, there's something here." No, read it,
the whole thing.
the whole thing.
Medusa is definitely somebody for people who have survived things that nobody should ever have to go through.
Mm-hmm.
Whether
I would agree with that. Yeah.
Trauma bonding.
It doesn't matter what kind of abuse
Yeah.
it was. Medusa is one you want to work with. She's great for overcoming the abuse, the survival mechanisms of abuse. Medusa, I have nothing but respect.
She would also be great at helping you get even with that person as well.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're prone to want revenge, or if there comes a time when you actually need to take action against somebody who's done something to you, then yeah, she would be a great gal to go to.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't care what you're looking at. If you're working like with African orishas, or if you're working with Voodoo, or Vodou, or what, however they pronounce it. It's not voodoo. That's something that we say, but it's Vodou, I believe. But whoever you're working with, just, Papa Legba, you don't want to mess around with him. You don't
Yeah.
ever want to double cross him. If you go to the crossroads and you make a promise, you better keep it. That's all
Yeah.
I have to say about that.
Yeah, he is very vengeful. And make sure you take some whiskey or some tobacco with you for him, because
Yes,
those are
he
his
likes
favorite
that.
offerings.
Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, I don't care what your pantheon is. I don't care what your culture is. Deities don't like to be messed around with. They will be happy to help you, but it's a quid pro quo, and you need to know that going in. I'll do this
And
for
also,
you. You do this for me.
Yep.
and when you do that, make sure when you walk away, don't look back, because that's a sign of distrust to them. I don't care what MC it is.
I think I want to do a class on that, on deities and offerings.
Well, that's in the Bible too, Lot's
Mm-hmm.
wife looked back and she got turned into a
You
pillar
got
of
turned to
salt.
pillar of salt.
So, I mean, that's just a thing with deities, I guess,
There's a
that
story
they just want you to trust and believe that they're going to do this for you. Because if you don't believe it, why should anyone else?
There's a story.
That's what I always say.
There's a story in Greek mythology, and I believe it has to do with Athena, if memory serves me correctly. It has to do with this lady named Arachne.
Ah, yes.
You know what story I'm talking about.
Oh, I do.
And where she was.
The gods are vengeful.
Oh, God. She was sewing weaving these beautiful tapestries, and a comment was made and directed towards, I believe it was Artemis, where she did more beautiful work than the gods themselves. They ended up turning her eventually into a spider, just because she weaved it better.
Yes, because she outgrew a goddess.
Yeah,
just, like Medusa got turned into a gorgon because the wrong guy got hot for her, And that happened a lot in Greek mythology.
Mm-hmm.
God forbid that the wrong god looks at you. It's not anything you did.
No.
You weren't asking for it. You didn't bring it on. You weren't praying for it in the temple. They just saw you, thought you were hot, and then some goddess gets jealous about it. So it's not fair.
No.
It's not fair. And if you look at the mythologies, they're not fair.
No.
They're not the things that these people, sometimes it was a kindness, as you know, what was her name? The one that got turned into the laurel. The one that Apollo was chasing. Daphne.
Daphne.
Daphne that got turned into, I believe it was a laurel tree. And, you know, she had prayed she was a follower of Artemis. I believe she was getting chased really bad by him. She was chaste herself, meaning pure. She was a follower of Artemis, so she was a virgin, and she did not want to have sex with him. But, oh, did I say a bad word?
Nope.
Okay. I didn't get a card on there. All right. So anyway, she didn't want to do it. And she begged the goddess to turn her into a tree, I guess, or to save her somehow. And she was turned into a tree.
Mhm.
So Narcissus was turned into a flower, leaning over a reflecting pool. There's a lot of stories like that. Yeah.
A lot of
There's one in Celtic mythology, and this has to do with the Morgan and the hero Cthulhu. He turned down her advances on multiple occasions, and so she got mad and was like, "I'm going to take vengeance on you." And he's
Yeah.
like, good freaking
She did
luck.
too.
She got her way. Now, did he harm her in the process? Yes. Did she trick him into healing her? Yes. Did she get the last laugh when he did die? Yes. So I don't know if I can say this on TikTok, so I'm gonna watch it. But he ended up taking his insides and tied himself to a standing rock, and he died as a hero. So she decided to turn herself into a raven and sit on his shoulder and let every single enemy of his know that he is dead, and she killed him. And she got the last laugh at the
Yeah,
end.
she was petty and vengeful in that case. And they frequently are. But you know, we're not in a position to judge. So I try to just reserve judgment on that stuff.
But if you guys want to hear these kind of stories and talk about these different deities, let us know.
Yeah, we
because
love mythology.
We love mythology here, and the stories that I could probably find would blow your guys' mind. I have so many stories stacked away, and it's all different mythologies. So if you guys are interested in going down that road, let us know.
Well, you still have more Celtic mythology to do too.
I have that beautiful book. By the way, I finished that.
Good.
There's actually a couple of stories I'd like to do. So
great. We have story time with Miss Audrey sometimes.
They keep telling me I should do some sort of podcast with it where I should talk about different mythology stories. I mean,
why not?
I don't see a problem with it. It's just I gotta find the time to do it, and I gotta get the stuff to do it. I think it's like $25 on Amazon for the whole kit.
Yeah, I've thought about it.
The 2 months and everything.
Yep. So bye.
It was sad. It was.
Oh yeah, Artemis was tricked by her lover. Yeah, see, Apollo. I have a love-hate relationship with Apollo. I don't normally work with Apollo. Normally work with just Artemis.
He's a man's man.
You kind of can't.
Kind of like Mars. He's a man's man.
In some way.
I don't know.
I just don't like it. He's very boy. How do I describe him?
I do and I don't, because he is over things like music and dancing and all that kind of stuff. The arts. He is a patron of the arts. And, you know, I am an artisan.
His personality
but yeah, he is
very like, I'm better than you. Like,
he's the golden boy, you know?
Yeah. But I do like working with him when it comes to, you know, when I have to work with Artemis and certain things. There are things that I work with Apollo with. And working with both of them the dynamic is definitely interesting, because you get two different dynamics when you're doing your workings with these two deities.
Boy,
Alki commented that
Oh.
Artemis was tricked by her brother Apollo into killing her lover, and it was sad.
Yeah, I saw that. Oh,
A deer
Apollo
guided
showed up.
feet to him. Huh?
I wouldn't be surprised if you're meant to work with both of them, and that's a good thing.
Oh,
You get the best
interesting.
of both worlds. Loki is another interesting character to work with. He's definitely what I would call a trickster.
Well,
But
he is a
the
trickster.
sweetest. He can be very, very sweet when he wants to be. He's like a Sour Patch Kid. Sometimes he's very sweet, and sometimes he can be very sour.
And you get what you get.
You get what you get signed up for, yeah. Definitely you get
Oh,
Oh, that's neat.
that's cool, Alki. She said a deer brought me to an outside altar, and he showed up and sat with me.
That's really cool.
Cool. That's really cool, Alki.
It wouldn't,
I love
it wouldn't
it.
surprise me, Alki. That does not surprise me at all. Deers are very well with Artemis, and what I find with Apollo when he is around, I get a lot of like ladybugs. He likes ladybugs. Apollo does. At least that's what I get with him.
I get a sunburn when he shows up.
I try to avoid the sun as much as possible, guys.
No, but he would be a consideration for me at times because I am an artist, an artisan as well. But I think I would probably, I would probably go with Bridget on that one. If I were to, if I were pagan, completely pagan, I think I would. I think I would, work with her as an artist and work with the Morgan as well, because that's like the other side of me. So
it's so funny because she's been doing a lot more research and working with the Morgan and Bridget, and she's been kind of going down that path with me as well.
Well, a little bit. I honor them. I make space for them. I've always made space for Bridget. She was always my gateway goddess from Christian. She was the bridge from Christianity to witchcraft for me when I was so worried about going to hell and all of that stuff that they program into you. And the thing about, being Catholic, Bridget's a saint. So she's a Catholic saint, and she's very popular in Catholicism, especially amongst the Irish. And she is also a Celtic goddess, a triple goddess. So it really made it a lot easier. It made the transition for me a lot smoother. So I've always made space for her and honored her. I don't worship per se. I argued with somebody on Threads the other day that said that all witchcraft is religion. And I'm like, no, it isn't.
No.
I said, no, witchcraft is my practice. It's not my religion. It's
Wicca is the religion.
It's like a vehicle to worship. It's the means through which I worship, but it is not what I worship. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to explain it nicely on Threads, and not be just my blunt, salty self. Trying to rein myself in a little bit. But yeah, they were so cut and dried about it. And it's just like, this is the way it is. It's all religion. No, not for everybody. No.
I think a lot of people confuse Wicca with witchcraft.
Right.
And they think that Wicca is a religion in itself.
They did talk about that, and the post was very intelligent in what they said. It just wasn't correct in its assumption that it's all religion. I think you can incorporate witchcraft into your religion, yes, but I can also take it out. and still have a religion. Does that make sense? It's like
Not practice
all
tomorrow and you
apples are
still got
fruit.
one.
It's like the old all apples are fruit, but not all fruit are apples.
Yep.
So, it can be a part of the whole, but it's not the whole. So I have witchcraft as a practice, but it can be a vehicle for worship, but it is not the worship itself. The worship itself, yes. And Alchemistic says that past couple of years she's learned the difference too. Yeah, it just takes a while for it to all sink in. And we get so indoctrinated when we go to churches, and it's like our religion is the right way and everybody else is going to hell. Really? And God came and told you this personally? Really? It's like, wow, how exciting for you.
The unity religion is the only religion that I have found that accepts, that I found that accepts the metaphysical as well as the Christian.
Unity? Is that what you said?
Yep, Unity Church. I've gone to it many a times. Early said they have 2 services Sunday mornings, one at 8:30 and then one at 10. And I go to the one usually at 8:30 when I went.
Yeah, that sounds good.
hmm
Coast is small. We don't have one here. I looked. I looked around Florida to see if I could find a Unity church, but there's nothing close to me. I think that they have one on the other coast of Florida.
They do. They have one in Tampa.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I've been to it. It was really, really cool. They actually had a Yule celebration that I went to. This friend of mine who took me, she actually worships the Morgan. So that was my first taste of the Morgan, was actually through her. And she invited me to a Yule celebration there, and it was really, really cool. We had a blast.
The way I see God is as a diamond, both male and female is on the top. And then all the facets are different religions around it.
That's the different faces of the divine.
Mm-hmm.
And, I usually use the term the divine because I don't just say God, because a lot of people find that offensive and they think that
that's true.
that I'm saying God is as a man. But when I say the divine, what I mean is that I believe that the divine is beyond gender.
Yep.
So I don't think that there's that separation that we have here on earth.
Yep.
Why they separated the genders for every creature, I have no idea. I really don't know. But
Hi, babies.
it's caused a lot of chaos.
Yep.
A whole lot of chaos because we don't understand each other.
No.
And we all get really frustrated about that. Sorry, I dropped my glasses.
You know, we are just dropping things.
But yeah, that's I really do. I really dismiss a lot of things that the right-wing type evangelistic Christians say when they get on witchcraft sites and they start spouting off about Jesus. And I think, do y'all even really know him? Because if you read the same Bible
I did. He taught tolerance
he wouldn't be acting like this, because he didn't act like this. They don't even follow his example. They don't follow his teachings. So why did they call themselves Christians? I don't know. They're not following Christ. They're not living as he told us that we should. So what's the bother? I don't quite, it doesn't make sense to me.
Doesn't make sense. It all goes back, I think, to the society of male dominance or a dominance over another person. Not even a male dominance, but some females want to be dominant over men. And you can't.
This is true. This is true. And the thing about religions is that it is a system that is set up that is designed to control groups of people.
Mm-hmm.
All the religions are. I feel like they always have all these rules. You got to do this, 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 you got to do this. Why?
Why?
You just have to.
Yep.
You don't get to know. Nobody will tell you. Why do you have to do it this way? Who said that?
Who said that?
Where
I
did
don't
you
know.
learn that? Did Jesus say that? No, he did not. So I don't get it. But anyway, I'm sure that's enough Jesus talk for most of the people. But it's, and I'm not preaching about him or anything. It's just they don't follow him. So I don't know why they bother telling everybody else what to do with their lives. You're not even doing what you're supposed to do. Please. Okay, so
Yeah, I wrote this ritual in mind, guys, to let you know. You check yourself in a few months and see where you're at with what you put down to keep and what you put
absolutely.
down to release. Keep track of it. Keep track in your book of shadows, grimoire, whatever you want to call it. Same difference. Even though back when I was initiated, there was a difference between the two. You kept your high magic in one and then your regular magic in the other. So, like your rituals and your high magic went into your grimoire, your book of shadows was more your daily spells, your daily intentions and things like that. But it's now come synonymous to being the same thing. So
Right.
you will find some of us who are older that look upon it as two different books.
I think that's a good way of looking at it. I mean, when you think about traditional witchcraft and the way that it was you had to practice in secret.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so these are written in books that are meant to be hidden away and kept away from the world, kept away from prying eyes and people who don't understand what they're looking at and think it's something that it's not.
Yep.
And you know,
Using it in a way they shouldn't too.
another witch hunt. Yeah, or it'd be people that just don't have the knowledge and try to do spells and things they're not ready for.
Yep.
I think that spells that we post that we really should find some way to let people know whether this is a beginner spell, a more like what is the word I'm looking for?
Advanced.
Not just advanced,
Intermediate and advanced.
intermediate. That's the one. An intermediate level spell or an advanced practitioner spell, because not all spells are designed for people to just do starting out.
Mm-mm.
Sometimes it takes a while before you learn how to do all the things that you need to do before you even start the spell. To build your energy, to manifest, to bring that level of focus and energy into what you're doing. And building energy is a tricky thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then a lot of the spells are not a one and done. Some of them occur over several nights. So you have to be able to follow it through for the duration. And, having care about it enough to follow up,
Yep.
you know?
Don't be an Audrey and forget.
Sometimes we do, but just try. I mean, that just means that you're still working, you're still developing,
Learning.
you're still growing. So
Yep.
failing's fine. It's a good lesson. And what not to do are some of the best lessons that you could ever learn. Because there's a lot of things not to do out there.
Mm-hmm.
I found a lot of along the way.
That's a lot of
Really
stuff
have.
that is actually like in our group is educational.
Yeah.
You know, I myself like to know what a banishment spell is, so in case someone does something against me, I know how to recognize it. I'm not going to go out and use a banishment spell just on somebody arbitrarily.
No. But that's why
So
that's
usually
why
if
we
there's a post,
studied
also
darker
make sure
magic.
you read all the posts. Don't just read the first two or three memes or whatever in it, and if there's 20 of them, make sure you read the whole thing. Because you never know what you're going to
Yes.
find. Like I said, like with Medusa is a good example. Make sure you
Yeah,
read
that
the
was
whole
really
thing.
interesting.
I like that one, Carolyn.
I
That
like
was
that one
really
too. That's
interesting.
why I posted it. And I literally put in there some things and the actual body that I wrote in, some things about her. And I said, did you know this about her? And if you answered no, then you need to read it. You don't necessarily have to read the books that are recommended there, but at least read the memes that are there. And that
I
way you
know.
have an education. Okay, well, I want to work with this person or I don't want to work with this person.
Yeah, I've put some thought into the one about weaving. I
Yes.
loved that.
I'm going to post
And
that one to TikTok in the next day or so. I haven't posted that one to TikTok, but I did post it in the Facebook group.
yeah, I
It's
posted it on
magical
the,
weaving.
yeah, I think I posted it out on mine too,
Mm-hmm.
just so it would go to other people
Mm-hmm.
um, that
I
I
knew
know
you'd
in the
like it.
fiber arts community.
I knew you'd
Oh,
like that
yeah.
one,
And
Karen.
I've read a lot of those books. I have most of those books.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I own a lot of those books. On that first page, especially the histories of fiber arts that were
Uh-huh.
on there. I own most of those books. I love books about fiber arts. That's what I love to do.
Great. Like I said, I knew you'd like that post. That's one of the reasons why I posted
Yeah,
it.
I've
And
done
not
weaving.
just for the group, but for you as well.
I know some fabulous weavers. So I made sure to post it out of my story so that they would see it too. They're not all witches. And they're, some of them are, some of them aren't. And, you know, a lot of them aren't in our group. So I wanted to make sure that other people saw it too. But yeah, I was looking into that Utu, the, what
Mm-hmm.
was she, a Babylonian or Sumerian goddess?
Mesopotamia.
Mesopotamian, yeah.
Mesopotamium.
Yeah.
Mesopotamium.
I thought that was really interesting. So I think I'm going to dig into her a bit
Mm-hmm.
and see what's there. But yeah, it's almost impossible to disentangle weaving, the early practice of weaving from magic.
Correct.
Magic was in
Yes.
every bit of it,
Everything they did.
from setting the loom up and putting the warping the loom and then doing all the weft across it. It's just there's knots in there. There's so much, and people literally wove spells into things that they made, which I think is so cool.
And you can look for
That
that
would be
post
so
over the
cool.
next 2 days. It'll be there.
Yeah,
I might post
it's
it
really cool.
tonight. It all depends what time we get off. But I might post it tonight, but it may be probably tomorrow or the next day.
Yeah, I'm a fiber arts nerd myself, so that one really hit me where I lived. But it made me start thinking about spiders in a slightly different light. I mean, I know the mythology around Arachne and all of that. That
I
was a
have a post on
backstory.
that too for TikTok. I haven't posted that one yet either, but I posted it to the Facebook group.
Cool.
Listen, I know the mythologies and stuff like that about
I still
arachnids.
hate spiders,
Yeah,
but
you're
I
never
still
gonna
hate
get
them,
my
but
mind. I have my own personal vendetta against.
I do not stomp them outside. I admire the hell out of their webs. Their
yes,
webs are things of beauty.
beautiful.
They're stunning. And they're just born knowing how to do that. It's just amazing. It's they're so intricate. And it's just my phobia.
I have my own personal phobia. I have a really strong. My.
Well, yeah, I got chased across the yard by a tarantula when I was about 7 or 8 years old. So
I'm good. I'm good. I will respect from afar.
Yes.
yes, from way over there, I can love them from all the way outside.
Side.
But don't you come in my house.
Yep, I agree.
My territory in here. You come in my house, all bets are off.
I flip them on a plate and throw them outside if they're small enough. If they're too big, then I
Yeah.
don't.
It's going to be the Highlander. There will be only one.
There will be only one.
There's only one coming out of this thing. You or me. You or me, Spider. So yeah, I'll whack them.
I also have a post on dragons that I hadn't even posted to Facebook yet.
Oh, I love dragons.
Really,
We all
really,
love
really big
dragons.
post. It's gonna be in.
Dragon. On a side note, if y'all have watched House of the Dragon, how are we feeling so far? Don't know how I'm feeling because
It's the plot's getting twisty.
it's getting twisted and thick, and although I am happy.
Intriguing.
So Kristen Cole is dead. I did not like him in Jump Street. I'm glad he.
Oh,
Although I was looking for something just a little bit more, I'm glad he's dead.
It will probably be in 2 posts because it's a rather large file. I think it's like 50 or 60 memes.
Oh,
So
wow.
it'll be a large file. So it'll probably be in 2 posts. So look for part 1 and part 2 of that.
I just have loved the fact that there is not a culture that I know of
That don't have
that
dragons.
does not have dragons or has
Oh,
some kind of depictions
Vietnamese,
of dragons.
Japanese. I was reading the
Everywhere.
posts,
All over
the
the world.
memes. Amazing.
African
Amazing.
dragons, Middle Eastern dragons, your Asian dragons, you name it. They're in India, they're in South America, they're in North America, they're everywhere. Europe, of course, we know about them. They're everywhere. And everybody has this extant memory in their, it's like encoded in their DNA that tells us that dragons are a thing, that they were really once here.
Yeah.
We all believe it on some kind of deep level. And I find that interesting. Why do we believe that? Why do people accept that so readily if there was no such thing as dragons?
And I do have a some money oil posts to put out this week.
Great.
So this is all good stuff they can look for this week. And it's
Yeah,
put
we're
into
going to be
3
making
categories.
some
It's
money
put into
runs.
it's put into actually into beginner, intermediate, and advanced. There's point 1, point 2, and point 3.
Okay.
So look for those this week as well.
All right.
Listen, guys, just what you need to do is be kind of creepy and just stalk us. Just do it that way.
Oh, please don't invite people to stalk us. But yeah, we're all over the place. So you can find us, we're pretty easy to find either under our regular names or under, what we go by on the internet.
Yes.
Like you can find me as Karen French or the Salty Crone just about anywhere.
Yeah.
And Audrey
here.
as Audrey Westcott or the Celtic Raven.
You can find me just about anywhere. I'm slowly getting myself back into a situation where the Celtic mythology classes will be back up and running. I know that we've talked about that before, and I've just had a lot of personal things go on, so I am getting back to where I need to be bringing the mythologies back to you guys. And it's something that I cannot wait to do.
So also we have Carolyn Revelto, or you can find her under Sisterhood Rising Phoenix or Wiccan Annie in some places.
Yeah, Wiccan Annie is on Instagram. Now, also, I will tell you guys, if you try to join the Facebook group and it will only let you follow, please let us know because I have to send you an email to get you in. I figured that out this week. Or If you go to the bottom of the Facebook page, there's 3 little dots on the right. If you hit that, it should let you send a friend request to one of us.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Because it's the way that your account is set up on Facebook with your friends. That's the reason why it won't allow you to go into our group. It's the way Facebook is set up. Just put it that way.
I'm actually
It's a
going and checking
complication.
that now to make so if people send me friend requests, they don't just sit there for months. I'm actually going and looking. So I'm being better about that.
And if you can always send it on Messenger too.
Mhm.
Messenger, Facebook, Instagram. Karen's on Threads. I'll be on Threads next week.
Right.
I'm on
This
Threads.
week.
Threads is kind of fun. They're little posts. Sometimes I'll put memes and stuff out on Threads. But it's a good place to talk to people and I just sat other witches on Threads and chat, try to support each other as sisters. So, I mean, there's some I don't answer everybody's threads,
I'm on
but
Threads.
I didn't know you were till today.
Oh, you accepted my friend request?
No, I didn't look. To go on there. I told you I'm bad. I'm notoriously bad. I'll have to go and look.
All right.
And the name of the group on Facebook is The Sisterhood of the Rising Phoenix.
Yes.
So you can search for the group that way. If you find the page, then you found us. We have a page, and then we have a private group. The private group, we have to have more privacy because some people are in the closet, some people aren't. Some people like discretion. They don't, and it protects us as well. It keeps us in a protective environment where we don't have people yelling and screaming about witchcraft is this, witchcraft is that, and all of that.
No, we don't allow any of that.
No, we don't allow any of that. We don't allow any of the drama. We don't allow fighting amongst the members, anything like that. Because when you start that, you got to go.
We don't gatekeep up in this.
Nope, we don't
You are
gatekeep.
free
We don't
to look
judge.
into any type of witchcraft practice that you want to. I'm not going to tell you what's open or closed. It is not my business.
Nope.
Not my
Will
business.
they tell you to be careful?
I will warn
Safe
you.
Practice? Yes.
I will warn you if I know that there are a bunch of toxic people around something you want to do. Like if you're a white gal like I am, and you're interested in working with an Orisha deity, African deity, you will get a lot of pushback from the community about that. They will tell you, you absolutely cannot do that. That is not true. That those gods and goddesses did not tell you they would not work with you. And it's not fair of them to tell their gods and goddesses who they can work with and who they can't. That's not our place.
Yep.
And so they're out of their place doing that.
And there are some
the
groups
ones
out
that
there
aren't
that
being
if you ask
appropriate.
a question to, they'll send it back or they'll delete it out and they won't even answer you.
Oh, I got thrown out of it. We're saying, yeah, why is it bad to ask a question? Because they were just ripping on this one person for just asking a question about working with an Orisha because she was a white woman. And I thought that was terrible. She was very respectful.
Yeah.
She wasn't rude. She didn't say, I'm already doing this. She was just asking. And I'm like, why is it bad to ask a question? That's cultural appropriation. No, it was a question.
It was a question.
That's a question. Just answer it. If you think that it's not culturally appropriate, blah, 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 then tell her. You're missing a chance to educate somebody here. And yeah, I got bumped out of the group for that. So yeah. And you know what? I didn't care. I was like a little hurt about it for a day or two. And then I thought, I didn't really want to be here in the first place. Why do I care?
Oh, I know.
What is it? Why am I hurt about this? And it was just, being rejected. That was all it was. And
A
we
lot
just
of
the
public
feeling of
groups out
rejection.
there are just public groups that don't
Yeah.
do anything, or
They will just
we were
grow their
part of a group at
membership.
one point in time where the person only talked about themselves rather than talking about witchcraft for 3 hours.
Yes, that,
So
oh, yeah.
we left that group. Me and Karen. Me and Karen
Oh,
are
yeah.
besties, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, we got out of there.
We're sisters.
Yeah. We just didn't know it until a few years ago. So, yeah, we were both in the same group together, and yeah, that's all she wanted to do was gripe about her own problems. We were like her therapy group,
hmm
and that's all we were doing for
We
our
wanted to
meetings. That's
learn.
all we were doing for our meetings, and people just started dropping out like crazy. Nobody wanted to do it anymore. And, if that was what she had put forth in the first place that she wanted to do, that would have been honest at least. But the thing about it was that it was deceptive, and
Uh-huh.
that she came across saying, "Oh, I want to teach people, I'm wanting to learn, I'm wanting to teach, the same things that we've said." And we're like, wow, there's somebody that wants to do the same thing that we're doing. And yeah, she didn't.
Mm-mm.
She didn't want any part of it. So she sabotaged us trying to do classes
hmm
in the group. So it was a mess. So we
And
left.
don't let anybody belittle you when they speak to you either about witchcraft.
Oh,
Because that's one of the things we ran across is anytime we said something about witchcraft, we sometimes got belittled about it.
like made to look like we didn't know what we were talking about,
Yeah.
or just questioning us in a real passive aggressive way, like, "Oh, are you sure you want to say this, or is that really what you meant?" Well, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Just I don't find what resonates with you. I can't stress that enough. Even if it's not us, find what resonates with you.
Yes. Find what resonates. Do what I was taught. Keep what resonates and throw the rest out.
Exactly. If something's not working for you, don't be afraid to walk away from it. Sometimes you have to, and that's growth. Is learning
Yep.
when to walk away. That's been a life lesson for me, because I'm the kind that doesn't ever want to give up. I just want to keep trying and trying and trying and trying and trying, because I don't want to accept that I can't.
Yeah.
And but the thing of it is when you're working with other people, it's not just about what you can do and what you can't do. It's about what everybody else is willing to do or not willing to do. So you've got that dynamic going on too. So you have to be able to work with a group. And if you don't want to do something that they're doing a time or two, it's no big deal. I mean, yeah, this is not for me. I'm sitting this one out, or it doesn't matter. We don't care, if for us, we care, but we don't care if you are not here every single week. If you can't be, that's fine. We
Fine.
know other people have plenty of other stuff to do, because we know we have other stuff to do too. And
hmm
sometimes life gets in our way as well.
Oh yeah.
That's why there's more than
Yep.
one of us. So that when one falls down, then there's others to pick up
Pick
the
'em up.
burden and keep it going. And we keep carrying it. And that's how
Mhm.
we've survived.
Yep.
So,
Our group anniversary's coming up too. It'll be 2 years.
yeah. And it was sad, alchemistic. It really was. But at the same time, we learned a lot about what,
What we wanted to do and what we didn't want to do.
yeah, and what we were willing to put up with and what we
Yeah.
weren't. Learned that
Amen.
too.
Yeah.
So we learned useful things. Learned. I learned that even though it was something that I started with her, well, we all started it together. Matter of
Mhm.
fact. So, even it was something that we started out together. Um, and it wasn't working, and she didn't want to go a different way. Um, we did.
You did.
And we gave it I feel like I gave it everything I had. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was just to the point where it was untenable. The situation was just untenable. I just couldn't do it anymore.
Yep. And we
And
had
we
that
lost the
discussion
strength to
many a
sit in
nights.
bed, and so we just cut ties
Went on.
and did our own thing. We avoided doing stuff on the same night so that it wouldn't interfere with anything they were doing. But sometimes it just doesn't gel. But it's okay. I mean,
Okay.
because this is all part of shadow work, is that things don't always work out. Things don't
Mm-hmm.
always go our way. And we have to be able to deal with those unpleasantries and uncomfortable situations. It's just part of life. So it's best to learn how to pick yourself up and dust yourself off and get back out there and do something else. If the first thing didn't work, it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Find us something else.
Yep.
You might start out thinking that you are going to be a weather witch, and that's all there is to it. And you may start reading about elemental magic and all that kind of weather magic, and chaos magic, and all that, and then find out it's really not. It's not really jiving with who you are.
Mm-hmm.
It just may not be you. You may
Maybe
find out
around,
that you're
I was gonna say,
into
maybe
herbology instead, or a kitchen witch, or you
you realize
know,
sometimes you're eclectic whenever you
yeah,
have
That's the
beings.
part.
And
I love
eclectic is
it's
really
okay
the
to be
best way
eclectic.
to.
Being eclectic's fun.
yeah. We pretty much all are in our group, I think. To some degree or another, we have different like areas that focus, I would say,
Yeah,
but
just
not,
different area of gifts.
yeah, that we use in a variety of different ways. But it's fun to explore all those things and find out about them
But you don't
and
have to
find out more
label
about
yourself
yourself.
anything.
No,
Don't let someone tell you have to label yourself and be a certain type because you have a certain gift. Yeah, you can use your gift, but you can still work with other. You don't have to just work with one.
no, you don't. I have several different things. And, I've found things deep down within myself that I didn't really know was there, even at my age. So
Mm-hmm.
never stop learning, never stop growing,
Nope.
never stop transforming. That's what the symbolism of the phoenix is all about. That's why it's so important to us, is that we've all had to grow out of something that burned our world down. All
Mm-hmm.
of us. We've all had trauma in our life. Um, we've all had trauma in our life.
Yes.
And
Yeah. And not all of our trauma is the same.
no,
Nope.
All of our trauma is very
no,
different from one another.
but it's all right because, we support each other and we learn from each other and we grow together as
Yep.
well as separately. So I like learning new things about myself. I'm at that part of life where, I've done a lot of deep shadow work on myself, but I'm still finding things that I didn't know were there, things from way back that I didn't remember, or
Mm-hmm.
stuff that I did that maybe hurt another person's feelings. And I think, God, that was awful. Such a bitch. And I'll like call my sister and say, "You remember this?" And God, I'm sorry. I shouldn't
Half the
have done
time they'll
that.
probably go, "No, I don't remember it." Like, well,
No,
I'm
sometimes she
sorry.
does. Sometimes it's something that was
Sometimes
deep,
they do.
Sometimes it's something that's deep that's been festering a long time. Like she called me and she apologized for something that she did years ago. And,
Hmm.
because I do that with her. And so she got that for me and took it and started giving it back. And our relationship has deepened so much out of that. She's actually started doing shadow work on herself. And it's showing some real results.
Yep.
So I'm real proud of her for the work she's doing. It's hard work
Hmm.
looking at the darker parts of yourself that you don't want to see, but it's rewarding because you can forgive yourself for the things that you've done and you can embrace those darker parts of yourself and say, come on back. I'm not ashamed of you anymore. I don't feel guilty about you anymore. I've released all those feelings and now you can come back into the whole.
Hmm.
So you're reclaiming another piece of yourself. Every time you do that, it's beautiful. It really is.
Hmm.
And once you get going doing it, it gets easier. It's so hard to start. I will say that. It's daunting sometimes to start shadow work.
It really is. I got a therapist when I started mine because they tell you that you may need one. I
Sometimes
did. I was angry about a lot of things. And I went and got a therapist. I started shadow work, and it's been 3 or 4 years now, and it's made a difference in my practice.
it does.
It makes a difference in how you practice.
I just have so much more insight into, oh, she learned why exorcisms never worked on you or in general. I know that. Okay.
They told her that
Yeah.
that was the problem, and come to find out it was her
Oh,
shadow.
Lordy. I'm so
Wow.
sorry you had to
I'm
go
so
through
sorry you had
that.
to go through that.
There are people that genuinely need exorcism because they really have got something inside of them that's attached to them. But that's not everything. It's not always a demon. Sometimes our demons are just our demons. They're not real demons. They're
Yeah.
just things that feel like demons in our life. They're these yeah, I can see that it would make things worse.
Yeah. Because then you wonder why you never got better and
Right.
why they're
And you
doing
feel
it.
like it's you. Yeah. And it
That's
wasn't. It
not.
never was.
No.
It never was. It was you, but it wasn't you. I mean, it was a part of you, but we can shove these things down so far and they can just gnaw away at the inside of us. And they're poisonous. They just eat us up inside. And, I'm not having any more of that.
Mm-mm.
I don't do that to myself anymore.
Nope, you're not weird.
No, you're
You're
not.
not bad.
We've we've all been told things about ourselves that weren't true.
Hmm.
All of
And
us.
that little voice in the back of your head, sometimes it says those things. You have to say no, and you have to stand up to it. You have to stand up to that voice and say, "Look, I don't agree with that. That's just not me." And
Sometimes those
retrain your
voices,
brain.
yes, sometimes those voices aren't ex- internal either.
No.
Sometimes they're not even coming from your own thoughts about
Yep.
yourself. Sometimes they're being put there. Good, good. Well, that's
I'm.
cool that you had a warrior.
Yep. I'm glad you figured
There
it
is a
out.
time and a place. Absolutely. Well, I think that's great. I think it's cool to have a warrior inside you. I think
Hmm.
I kind of have one in me after, this last few months.
Year.
And yeah, well, it was over a
It
year.
was a
Yeah.
year that I came to see you a year
Yeah.
ago.
It's already.
I know. Don't threaten us with a good time.
We'd love you to come back.
I know. I need to come back.
Oh, I bet you did heal a lot from that work.
Braden said
Yes.
that you need to come back and see your grandson. That's what he said.
In other words, come back and spend money on me is what.
Yeah.
No, but he really likes you. He does.
Yeah.
He really loves you.
Last year back to school, me and Braden were
Well, you're
looking
welcome for
around.
everything.
While Audrey was running around looking, me and Braden were like, "Oh, this is cool. No, that's cool. No, that's cool."
Oh, Lordy. He wants to go to BJ's with us. I don't know if y'all know what BJ's is. It's like Sam's. Yeah, it's like Costco or Sam's. And just the thought of taking him into that store with me just gives me a migraine. I told him, not unless you're seriously on your ADHD meds would I ever consider it. I'd have to see you take them myself.
I think we would have to go earlier in the day because by that time, that med's already worn out.
Yeah, he was so bad in Dollar General Market that I was about ready to walk out of there. So mad at him. He was such a brat.
Oh, you're welcome, Alki. She said, "Thank you, ladies."
Absolutely. Yeah, anytime, honey.
Anytime.
We've all
You can always reach out to us.
We've all had to work on our own shadows. And Audrey's been working on hers for the last year.
Yeah, there's things that I, believe it or not, that if it was a little over a year ago, I probably would have tolerated that I do not tolerate now.
Mm-hmm. Boundaries.
My rear end off not to tolerate.
Yeah, she's working hard on learning to set boundaries and keep them once they're set. That's the real issue right there. Setting them with people isn't a problem. Well, it is a problem for some people, I will say. It's hard to speak up to certain people.
Yeah.
I think anyone would find that that's true, that there's some people at least in their life that they have trouble speaking up to.
Yep.
Most people would say that anyway. I don't think I have trouble speaking up to anybody these days. When I was young,
with age, that comes with age.
Yeah, when I was younger, I was completely different.
I was a people pleaser. Had to please people.
Yeah.
I wasn't, but I was the invisible child.
I was too.
I just tried to disappear into the background as much as possible. I was very introverted, so go figure. I would have never, if you had told me that I would be on camera speaking to just anybody out there that could see me with no makeup on and my hair is wild and crazy as it is, I would have been just absolutely aghast. I would have never believed it in a million years.
Never believed it. Me and Karen had the same childhood growing up.
Very, very similar.
Very similar. I think that's why we get along so well.
Yeah, we kind of understand where each other came from. We both had that Southern background, and we both were raised as Southern Baptists, the same strict upbringing. And I know you heard me talk about being Catholic on here earlier. It's probably confusing, but yeah, I actually converted from Southern Baptist to Catholicism ways back. So quite a ways back. But so I have both, and Audrey grew up Irish Catholic, and then her mom converted to Southern Baptist. So we kind of all get a little bit about where each other's coming from. And or where we've been rather. Yeah. And it all works, we just we make space. We hold space for each other. We do.
And here's the thing: when we say we hold space for each other, we hold space for each other in the best of times and in the worst of times. There's been times where I have not been at my best. I have been, in some pretty dark parts. And both these beautiful women have held space for me and listened when I was not in my right state. And I'm going to be even more grateful to have them in my life.
And you literally cleaned up
Thank
the
you.
puke off my bedroom
And
floor during my cancer treatment. So,
I was gonna say Audrey has come a really long way since she was in Tennessee,
really,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
She has come a long way.
yeah, she really has. She's done a lot of work on herself.
There's still
I'm proud
lots
of
work
her.
to go. There's still things I know.
Hey,
gotta
we
work
all
on,
have
but
things to go, honey. We all have more work to do.
Yep.
I'm getting where I need to be, and I'm happy about
It's that cycle of transformation. You're always, that's the thing about phoenixes, is they're constantly in flux. They're either, they're born from the ashes, and it's the ashes of their own death. So
Mhm.
it's a fabulous way of looking. So no matter what gets burned down in your life, we are reborn from those ashes. And that's what our sisterhood's all about, is overcoming the things in your life, um, integrating your own shadow, and transforming yourself into the best version of you. That's all any of us can hope to be, is the best versions of ourselves. So I'm glad that we
If you guys are
made
in
it
the
this
shadow
way.
work group, let us know because we're talking about doing that again when in October, Karen. Shadow
What are we
work.
talking about?
What shadow work? Yeah, we're
Yeah.
shooting for around
Well, maybe
Samhain, in
October,
the Samhain
November.
season. Yeah,
Okay. So that's
I
why I
like
said
the
if
yeah,
you're
shadow work
interested in it, let us know.
yeah,
I actually would love to get my own personal shadow work journal. I know they have them at Walmart. I might just get
yeah.
one.
They have them at Walmart. That probably that. Have you seen them there?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's what I said. I might just say screw it.
And
just
you can find shadow work journals on Amazon.com. You can find them on TikTok in the TikTok shop.
Yep.
They have the shadow work journal in there. That's the one that I bought.
Or if you
That I
can't
think is really
afford one,
good.
I've got one on PDF.
Yeah.
I like the I read yours on the PDF, Mama. I do like it. I think just for me though, I want the actual like.
Hmm. Yeah,
You want
some
one you
people
can
need
write
the
in.
actual book or want
Physically
the
write in,
actual
yeah.
book. Some people can print out the PDF,
I know. I wish I
but some
could
people
print it
can't
out.
afford it.
Well, teenagers tend to love to print things out, and they run through the ink really fast. So I'm always constantly running out of ink. Every time we refill the printer, it's like, woohoo, and then they start whipping off all of these copies of this, that, and the other thing. And the next thing you know, we don't have any ink. Okay.
Yeah, but I
That's
gave
always
you the name of that
good.
company that does the used. Well, they use the used cartridges and they fill them and they send them to you,
Yeah,
and it's
we
like
really
half the
need to
price
do
of
that.
normal, if not a quarter. Yeah,
We really need to do
Discount
that.
Ink LLC is the name of it. And I've gotten
We
ink from
like to
them for the past
share.
5 or 6 years, and I've had one cartridge that had a problem. Other than that, none of them have. And I buy 3 and 4 things at a time.
That's great.
They have a bundle for
I
like
don't know if they have
$20
one.
each of them. Yep.
Oh, I see what it is. Your your camera's moving around slightly, and I kept seeing something down in the writing, and it's your candle snuffer. Was what I was seeing.
Yep. Sorry,
I
my
believe it.
bad.
Yeah. No, you're fine. I was just wondering what it was. Magpie shiny objects.
Yeah, it's my candle snuffer. Shiny
Take
object.
her anywhere.
Can't take you anywhere.
Actually, I was pretty freaking good. Thank you very much. I'll take that as I was good.
You're better. Whew, when she first moved here, no ADHD medicine. Lord help me. It was so hard to keep her on task in the grocery store.
I take mine every single day.
I'm glad. And see, it didn't change you. It
Nope.
just calmed your brain down a little bit so that you could focus for a while.
It makes a difference when you find the right medicine, though.
Yeah, I'm on a low dose.
Because with my bipolar, it took years for me to find the right medicine, but I'm on a regimen now that I haven't had a relapse, and I can't tell you when. Maybe
That's
one relapse
great.
in the past
I'm
5 or
on
6 years.
Yeah, that's
I'm
really
on
super.
Vraylar for my bipolar. I'm on Vraylar for mine 1.5, and like
Hmm.
it is the lowest dosage, and it works. Like I don't want to mess with it. It's
Uh-huh.
perfect the way it is.
It seems to me,
Yep.
I don't know how y'all feel about it. It seems to me that most of the witchcraft community has some kind of mental health diagnosis.
And you have to watch that, too, because sometimes when they come out with that diagnosis, that's not always the case. I honestly think sometimes we take our gifts, and this is from me being bipolar, so I can speak from experience. When I don't pay attention to my gifts, and when I don't do what I'm supposed to do, I'm in the bed in depression, or
Right.
I'm in the bed, or I'm out running around doing something I'm not supposed to do. So
Right.
I do it. I pay attention to my gifts, and I pay attention to what I'm supposed to do, what I feel I'm supposed to do, what I
I
feel
think
like I
that
was called
there's
to do.
I think that there's probably been historically a lot of people that have been diagnosed with mental health um, illnesses when they said that they heard things or saw things
Yes.
that other people couldn't see or hear.
Yes.
And so you have to be uber careful who you talk to about that kind of stuff. And you have to have a therapist who is witch friendly
Yeah.
Hmm.
if you're a witch, because it makes
I've had a couple in my life where a couple therapists that were very. Deanna was one. She was very witch friendly.
oh
I
yeah,
had
she
I
was
had
cool
another
with
one
it.
named Maggie. She was extreme. She was a witch herself, so she was extremely witch friendly. Um, and I built a great repertoire with them. They were really great people to talk to.
Right.
But you don't
Hmm.
get that lucky all the time.
No. Yeah.
No.
And if you live in a smaller community, it can get really tricky. So
Hmm.
I would advise if you see things
My
in
last
in
two
the yard,
therapists were tolerant, and they actually wanted to know what it was, how it works, what I'm doing, and I never got judged for it.
great.
So I know if I would have went to a mental health clinic, I would have gotten judged for it. But I used an online virtual um, that my insurance company paid for, and was doing that. I ran across therapists that were very, very, very friendly.
Yeah, if you're still taking part in the Christian community, don't go to your pastor or your priest or
Mhm.
whoever and tell them that you're hearing voices or see
Yeah, seeing people, things that aren't
you
there.
might you might get a whole different reaction, just like what alchemistic was talking about earlier. um, you might
Hmm.
get somebody that wants to exercise you, or worse, get told you're going to hell,
Yeah,
and or excommunicated or whatever. I mean, it's just it's sad because
it really
it
is.
shouldn't have to be that way. It shouldn't have to be that way. We should make room for everybody. I think there's space for
Hmm.
everyone at the table.
Yep,
But humans are we're kind of mean. I used to think that
we're kind of mean to
we're,
each other.
that we're all born good and we had to be taught to be bad. And then I had children and I found out that's not true. That we're born little beasts and we have to be taught to be civilized.
That explains so much.
I know that's so bad, but it's so true. At the same time, I mean, think about babies when they're little. I mean, they hit, they bite, they scratch,
Scratch.
whatever, scream, whatever they have to do to get attention or to fight something off that they don't want. I mean, they're not civilized. They're born very feral. They like you if you're their mom, but not a whole. Yeah, that is debatable. Not when they're teenagers, but when they're babies, they do. Um,
Okay, fine, I'll give you that one.
but yeah, we're. I think we're just a good mix of good and evil, and I think it's a choice. I think we have to choose.
Active choice.
I think you just have to choose it every day if you want to know the truth.
Yep. I agree with that.
So
Wake up and choose it.
you may not even have to consciously do it. And as it goes along, and you're on a path, then you don't find that you have to wake up every morning and think, okay, today I'm not going to be violent.
Today I'm not going to go and choose my violent tendencies.
Some of us do have to say that every day, but it comes to a point where you kind of know that whose side you're fighting on,
Yep.
and you stay with that. But and I still fight on the side of good, no matter what, whether I'm going to church, not going to church. I still choose to fight on the side of the light workers. That's just more my nature. But that doesn't mean that I don't know how to protect myself from the ones who aren't.
Mm-hmm.
I had to learn.
Yep.
I had to learn about the darkness so that I could understand the light better and appreciate it more.
Yes. Definitely. Especially
So,
being bipolar, and I was bipolar as a teenager, undiagnosed bipolar as a teenager. And
that's tough, I'll
I
bet.
was sexually assaulted when I was a kid. And I went to my pastor and told him, and that and the depression and everything else. And I was told God wouldn't put me through it if it didn't mean for it to happen. So I didn't say anything to anybody because I thought that God didn't want me to. I was only 12.
Yeah, that's
I
not
didn't know any
fair.
difference. So we all go through our own thing. It's just a question of being able to get past it, and it's helped me with my path. Even though I've gone through some bad things, it's helped me with my path like you would not believe. It's helped me be more tolerant. It's helped me to understand people better
Mm-hmm.
and to understand where they're coming from.
Oh boy.
I don't know why.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so
Well, I think Audrey's about to turn into a pumpkin. You work tomorrow, don't you?
Yep.
Okay.
Does anybody have any questions or anything? I know a couple people have asked me to go on a live this past weekend. I was on my way to a doctor's appointment, or I was at my daughter's house, watching my granddaughters, and I couldn't. But if you want to ask me again, I'll let you know if I can do it or not. Or if you want to plan for us to do it, we can do it that way.
For what?
Live. A couple people have asked if we'd go on a live with them
Oh yeah.
during the day. And like this
Maybe.
past week, I was on the way to a doctor's appointment when I was
Yeah.
asked one, and I was like, well, I'm sorry, but I can't right now, but I would love to do it.
I would love to do it. Like I would do it on my days off. It just
Yeah.
I have to. I go by a weekly schedule. Like I was about to tell her, it's like I haven't really sat down all day. So I finally sat down, and I think my body's kind of like, oh wait, we're not running like a chicken with our head cut off.
It's time to go to sleep.
And we can do readings. We don't advertise that sort of
No, we
stuff.
don't advertise.
Yes.
We do not ever DM people and say,
Yep.
oh, do you want a reading? And anything like that. I figure if somebody wants one, they'll ask.
Yes.
Um, so you can ask. I mean, it's not that we don't do it. It's just not something that we focus on or advertise.
Yep.
But
And if you're in our Facebook group and somebody asks you for something like that, let us know, even here, because they may not want to be part. They may not need to be part of the group, should I say? Because that's all they're at. Some people are scammers.
oh gosh, I've run into so many, so many. There is a whole thing in Ethiopia. I believe it's Ethiopia.
Hmm.
Where yes, it is. It's Ethiopia where they like clone people's pages
Uh huh.
and pretend to be them and DM everybody, uh, trying to get somebody to get a reading from somebody they think they're getting it from, and it's not them.
No, and they end up telling them they have things wrong with them that they need money in order to be
Oh,
able to
yeah.
have them done, and it's just like, no, don't give them money. If anybody in our group does that, let us know and we'll take care of it. We don't put up with that.
Mm-mm.
If somebody does readings and you let us know you do readings and you want to go through us, then we can talk about it. Like I said, and we do readings ourselves.
I
So
mean, we could, send people to people that do readings, but yeah, we all do readings. And, I tarot and oracle cards, Lenormand cards, just depends
your
on
liniment
what's.
cards are accurate. Even though they're outdated, they're accurate.
Like it. They're spot on.
They're spot on. You just have to figure out how to put the
Well,
card in today's world rather than 50 years ago
it's
or
not
40
even
years
50
ago.
years ago. It's more
I
like
know.
over 100 years
More
ago.
like 100, but
And I mean, these cards were developed in the 18th
1800s,
century, I think.
17 or 18th
Either
century,
either late 1700s or early 1800s,
1800s.
somewhere around in there. And so the symbolism that they use is archaic. Some of it is still relevant, but a lot of it's archaic. Like, we don't send letters to people, or we don't travel by ship all the time anymore. I mean, that's when there was no air travel.
Yeah.
So if you were traveling, you were going by a coach, or you were going by a ship.
Yeah, and with them, I've noticed like they may say letters and we think emails instead of letters
Mhm.
or
Or
mail,
texts. Yeah.
those types of things.
Yeah.
So you have to kind of expand your mind a little bit, but those things are spot on. Every time
Mhm.
Karen's read for me, it's been spot on.
Yeah. Yeah, I've read for myself and had it be that way too. And it was like,
That's
oh,
weird.
okay. They've nailed me to the wall.
And I won't have her do it again with them damn cards. They were way too spot on. I didn't like it.
Yeah. And those are Linderman cards, by the way, if anybody wants to know what they're
Yeah, they're
called.
very interesting. But, since I grew up reading a lot of 19th century English literature,
Hmm.
and things that were, all of the Jane Austen and the Bronte sisters, and children's literature, Dickens, all that kind of stuff. And I grew up reading all of that. So I'm familiar with the language and the symbolism. I
Hmm.
understand what it means, and I'm able to translate it into today's terms easily.
Hmm.
So that's why I like those cards. And there's not very many of them either. But there's like 36 cards, I think, in their whole deck. But man, they can be accurate.
Yep.
So when I really want an answer and I want it to be clear, that's what I pull out.
Yep.
Now, I have a shadow work oracle that I pull out when I want to know what I need to work on.
I have one. I have a past life oracle too.
That would be interesting.
Hmm. I got that after I come to your house. So I'll have to bring that next time I come to your house.
Very cool. I just got
Bring
the
your butt here, please.
I just got the Star Trek tarot the other at Ollie's. I couldn't pass it up. It was only like $5. And it's like a 20, like between 25 and $30 deck. So, because I've seen it. I've seen it in stores before, and I thought that was hysterical. I have a Harry Potter one too, for that matter. I don't really read with those; I just have them. But it's just like,
I have angel cards, I have oracle cards, I have fae cards, and I have tarot cards, and I have like 6 decks. So
yeah,
I
I
can pick from
have a
which
super
one.
cool herbology deck too. That's really neat.
That sounds neat.
Yeah, it gives you the plants that you're working with that symbolize what's going on in your life, and it's really cool. I think it's pretty accurate too, from what I've read with it.
Wow.
It's been pretty accurate too. But yeah, the Linnerman are the ones that really they they don't mess around.
No, and they're blunt.
They cut to the chase
Yeah.
real quick.
I mean, when you get the fox card, it means fox, fly. It's it's that
There's a
blunt.
fox in your hen house somewhere.
Yep.
Yeah. Somebody's doing something they shouldn't be doing. Somebody's sneaking around.
Mm-hmm. Does anybody have any questions or comments, or if you got at the bottom of my posts, I put in the bottom all of our information so you can reach us, including email. So if you don't want to put anything in the comments because you don't want anybody to know, that's fine. Just send us an email and we can cover it later on in a different meeting.
And hey, if any of y'all ever want to, come on the
Let us
live,
know.
ask us some questions, whatever. If you've got something going on in your life that maybe you need a little clarity about, yeah, ask to come on. Send us a request to come on the live. And if we're not in the middle of something that we're doing, we'll hook you up and get you on there and find out what's going on. So maybe we'll have spirit tell us something that you need to know, or maybe it could be through a reading. You never know.
Mm-hmm. Never
But
know.
we don't charge for that, so don't worry about that stuff.
Yeah.
That we just do because we want to,
Yep.
not because we're getting paid to. So
I don't see any questions or anything, so you
no.
guys got to wrap it up. It's 10:30. What time you got to be
Yeah.
to work tomorrow, Audrey?
Audrey's turning
Oh,
into a
you are.
pumpkin.
I'm not.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not turning into a pumpkin. You guys are just talking. What'd you say, Carolyn?
What time do you have to work tomorrow? Are you working?
12:30 to 8.
Okay.
Yeah, she's closing tomorrow.
Okay. Cool.
And I have Braden.
Yeah. Send her the good luck and everything.
Nothing like a house full
He
of
behaves pretty
teenagers.
well when it's just the two of us.
Yeah, I know.
He doesn't give me any crap.
Me.
Well, there's Mom.
Yeah.
So that's why.
That's his job to give you crap.
Monday. If you want to do anything, my next day off's Monday.
Okay. I
Oh,
work Monday. I'm off Fridays, and Saturdays and Sundays.
well, if we don't have anything else, it has really been fun to be on
Yes,
here
it
with you guys
has.
tonight
I
and to
love
talk
it.
about everything and nothing. And
Thank you for coming. Thank you for
Yeah,
being part of our group.
we're going to be here every Thursday night, same time, 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 Central, 6 Mountain, and 5 o'clock on the West Coast. And we would love to have you come back. Next week we have, oh,
Money
no,
Rice.
next week.
Yep, Money Rice.
Yeah, we have the Money Rice coming up.
On
And
Thursday, and then on
yeah,
Saturday we're doing Lionsgate.
that's right. So we'll
We'll
be
be
making
live
Money
both days.
Rice. So come back and make some Money Rice with us. We are nearing the end of our abundance segment that we've been doing for several weeks now, building abundance and prosperity into our lives. And so we've done all kinds of things, learned about manifestation and intention and all of that. And now we are working towards our goal of making a money bowl. And at the end of it, on the Lionsgate portal, we're going to fire up that money bowl and we are going to manifest some abundance for ourselves. So if it's not money that you need in your life, I mean, we've been broke for a long time,
It
so
could
we
be
do.
anything.
But no matter what kind of abundance it is, it might be an abundance of love, or it might be an abundance of kittens. Who knows? Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. I mean, whatever it is that you want to have more of in your life, you can manifest it.
Yep.
So we're trying to bring in abundance and prosperity. So that was the reason that I chose an orange candle and a gold one tonight for my ritual. The gold symbolizing, prosperity, and the orange for success.
Mhm.
And I want this all to be successful. Sorry, tripped over my tongue there for a second. I wanted this all to be successful. And orange is such a happy color. Orange is about jobs, about career, and this is something, that is near and dear to our hearts, this group. And we want to see it grow. We want to see it become more abundant. So a lot of our abundance is going right back into the Sisterhood of the Rising Phoenix.
Yep.
So that's one of the things that we're trying to bring growth to as our group. So we want to grow. We want to do it the right way. We want to, have enough people to be able to answer people's questions and to be able to have people participate in the lives if they want to, and, to just have fun with this, just have a good time. We all, I
We
think
appreciate
we all
you.
need this in our lives right now.
Yes, I think so too.
Yeah.
Things right now are crazy. Prices are going up.
Oh, it is.
Ever since the war started, I read an article today where the economy isn't growing like they thought it would because of the war.
Of course not.
So,
This hasn't been a war like World War II, where, it was about turning factories into manufacturing planes and tanks and creating jobs for tons of people. It didn't do that. This war did not do that. This war has done nothing but create problems and more cost for people.
yes,
And so I think all of our pockets are a bit light,
yes.
and purses are a bit light these days. So that was one of the reasons why I really wanted to do this prosperity and abundance segment, and Carolyn did too. And we had really been wanting to do manifestation, and let's put them together. They go together anyway.
Hmm.
Let's put them together, and we will manifest some abundance for ourselves at the same time. So yeah, I look forward to doing the money rice. We've got that coming, and then we've got like we said, the Lionsgate portal. And then we're going to start on dream work and astral and the astral plane.
Yep, the astral body, learn what the astral body is, learn the different planes that are out there.
How to interpret
how
your
many different
dreams.
planes, how to interpret your dreams, lucid dreaming, what's the difference between that, an out of body experience, and astral projection. There's a difference between all three of them.
Right.
Go over that. All kind of good stuff.
So if you are interested in traveling and don't have any money, hey, this is a segment for you because we can teach you how to travel outside of your body without without having to incur the cost.
Yep.
So we'll be learning to travel on the astral plane and all
How to get
about
back to your body.
soul groups, soul connections, soul
contract.
retrievals. Yeah, all of that. We're going to dig into all of that going into the Samhain season. So it's all about dreams. So we should get some Fleetwood Mac playing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going back a little farther to
Yeah.
Fleetwood Mac there, Audrey. She was doing Aerosmith.
Yeah. Fleetwood Mac's a little bit further.
A little bit further. Kind of the same era, but yeah.
I love CD Nicks.
But Dreams came out before Dream On did though, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I kind of think of that song off the top of my head. My brain's kind of shutting down slowly.
Well, everybody have a good evening. We enjoyed
Right.
you. We appreciate you very much. And you have a great evening.
So Merry Meet,
Merry
Part, and Merry Meet
meet
again. Thank you for joining us. We are again the Sisterhood of the Rising Phoenix. Come back and see us and have a wonderful night.
Have a good night, everyone.
Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Blessed be everyone. Good night.
Good night.
He did not interrupt one.